So we're going to talk about the number one thing that you can do. Are you guys ready? Work on yourself.
What?
Oh, man.
Really?
Dun, dun, dun. This is the answer. Yes.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you're going to find out, aren't you, Lou?
Okay.
So there's a couple
Okay.
of things that I want to talk about today on ways that you can work on yourself. But here's the thing. We cannot spend all of our time working on our businesses. We are our business. So it's imperative that we work on ourselves. Let's say a home-based business, and right now you're kind of holding down the fort. You're running the show. You're the operations manager. You're the customer service person. You're the salesperson. Like, there's only so much that we can do, right? There's only so much that we can do. So we need to work on ourselves in order for us to get unstuck in certain situations, right? And there's going to be seasons in which we put more energy and time into various ways of working on ourselves. So I want to talk about a few different ways that you can work on yourself. So spiritual is one way that you can work on yourself. So that is definitely, you know, if you do not have a routine when it comes to whatever it is that you want to do, let's just say it's a gratitude journal, or it's just time in prayer, meditating. You need to have that routine so that you can be re-energized and refueled spiritually. If you're constantly just giving, then you will run out of things to give, right? Your tank is going to get empty. We are spiritual beings, right? So I think sometimes we forget that that's like a big part of who we are and the makeup of who we are. And so some of the things that I personally do spiritually, I read the Word of God. You know, I do write things like I'll spend time praying in the Spirit and like listening to what God is telling me. I'll write it in my journal. You know, I do a lot of declarations. You know, I pray over my family. I pray over you guys. I pray over your businesses, our business. And so, you know, we have a list of people that we pray for, like any of you who ever come to us who are like having a health issue, like you're on our prayer list. So we spend time praying, we spend time with God, and we refuel ourselves and get energized and ready for the day. But it keeps me grounded, it keeps me focused, and it's just something that I need to do in order to be the person that I need to be today for whoever needs me, right? The vessel that I need to be. So physical, right? So we have to take care of ourselves. We have to work on ourselves physically. You know, sometimes we can plateau. Let's say if you always work out, but you're not seeing a change, but you're ready for a change. We have to like increase something. We have to change something. We have to put more energy into it in order for it to change. So if I, you know, get to a place where I'm just like, you know, I just want to lose 5 more pounds or whatever it is, what do I need to change? What I have to personally change it, right? And so the physical aspect is something that your health is so important. And taking good care of yourself sets you up for success for the long term. And the reality is that if we're not taking care of ourselves physically, we're not going to be as healthy as we need to be for our clients, for our future clients, for our family, right? Because if you are the one-man show right now, which many of you here probably are, then you need to really think about that. Like, there's no sick day, right? There's not somebody to cover for you. Another area to work on yourself that a lot of us, you know, don't really think about often is mindset. But we are constantly in life bombarded with negative things, right? And negative reports, and stuff is just flying at us left and right. And you know, if you don't keep your mindset healthy, then you could get, you know, fall into a slump. You could get depressed. You could get to a place of defeat where you think that you don't, or you start belittling yourself. You don't have any confidence in yourself. All of these things will happen. So a quick, easy way to get a healthy mindset, like daily, like a daily dose of good mindset, is just to listen to a podcast while you're getting ready in the morning, right? You're putting your makeup on, you're doing your hair, you're taking a shower, whatever it might be. Like, there are 5-10 minute podcasts out there that can do the trick sometimes, that just get your mind right and get you focused on the right things and having the right response, because our mindset is going to determine the direction that our life goes. If we cannot see, because our mind is so cluttered and we can't see the vision, we can't see the finish line, then we're not ever going to be able to reach it, right?
And it's okay to use competition to motivate you. Now, there is a great mindset podcast that I love, and I don't listen to it every day, but I've seen this man in public, and it's called the Game Changer Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
It's by a guy named Dave Anderson, right?
Yes. Let me see.
Dave Anderson, the Game Changer Podcast. Great. I know Tami didn't know.
He's no nonsense. Yeah.
He's a pretty no nonsense person, but he's great. He's very encouraging, or if you just need a kick in the butt, I mean, but he's very loving. He's loving about it, but I'm just saying he's just no nonsense. He has been hired by many college. So his claim to fame is he's worked with sports teams, and the sports teams he worked with the University of Wisconsin when they won the Big Ten title. He's worked with Rutgers, who just had a great season with him. He's worked with Indiana University. There it is. But I highly recommend. Great podcast. They're short. They're usually really short, quick.
Yeah. Some of them are literally a minute.
Now I want to listen to him again because he just helps you. Sometimes you can get stuck in your own thoughts and your own get down, and he's got a great way of getting you off of yourself and out of yourself and moving forward.
Okay, time management is another way that we can work on ourselves. So over the years, I have definitely developed some skills when it comes to managing my time.
And mine too.
And so this definitely is something that I can always improve on, and everyone can improve on. Find the way that's going to work best for you. There are a variety of different ways that you can help yourself learn how to manage your time. And, whether that be listening, again, getting some training, getting a coach, reading some books on time management. But if you feel like this is an area where you're just like, I never feel like I have enough time. I'm always feeling like I'm rushed. I'm always late for everything. I always have way more on my list of things to do than I can ever accomplish. Like if that's you, then you need to maybe incorporate some skills and some different ways of managing your time. And so this could be something that you can work on yourself. Again, a way to work on yourself to increase your own ability so that you can better manage your time and then thus have more peace in your life. I've been doing the work from home gig for a long time. And so it's not an easy thing for people who work from home. Like you do have to have systems and processes that you follow. Otherwise, your time literally could be taken up by so many other things. So find what works best for you, whether that be calendar blocking, whether that be, this day I work on this, on Tuesdays I work on this, on Wednesdays I work on this. Leadership is another area in which we can work on when it comes to working on ourselves as we grow and scale our business, as we look at potentially delegating, hiring, assistants, hiring ICs or getting ICs on board. Then you have to work on yourself as a leader and what it means and what it looks like to lead others, right? And so there's a lot of books out there that you can listen to. There's
tons of books.
There's, you can of course join different communities, maybe Facebook groups, follow different people. If different influencers become a part of their membership where they maybe teach you leadership skills. Find who you jive with, right? And who's going to help you be the leader that you need to be. But these are areas that, like, sometimes we get really frustrated, right, in our lives, and we're just like, why are these things happening? Why does my life look like this? Why am I feeling so overwhelmed? Why am I so stressed out? Why am I, so short with people or whatever is going on in your life? But we have to look inward, and because we really truly have to, we have to stretch ourselves outside of our comfort zone. A lot as entrepreneurs. And so sometimes you get to a point where you're just like, I don't want to stretch myself anymore. But the moment that you start getting really comfortable is when things go flat and you're not moving up and you're not seeing the results you want. And then you get frustrated with that. But, you have to be willing to learn new things. Personal growth is another one, another area to work on. So this could be a myriad of different things. So whatever that looks like to you. So let's just say you are a solopreneur and you do work from home. So I know a lot of you who are on this, definitely that you fit the bill with that. And you do not thrive in that environment. Like, you need people. You are a social person. You need community. So plug yourself into a community of some sort, right? Become a part of a society or some sort of ladies group or something where you can physically get together with others and you make that an intentional thing. And that's a way that you are going to grow personally.
But that doesn't cause you more stress.
Right. Personal growth. Let's say you have, you set goals for yourself. Like one year I was like, I'm going to read a book a month. I want to read 12 books by the end of the year. And that's what I did. So I set that goal and I did read 12 books in a year. Yes. So then every day I'm like, okay, I'm going to read 20 minutes a day, or I'm going to read 10 minutes a day, right? Those are the things that you want to do to, like, again, learn, you're growing, you're helping yourself not just remain stagnant or complacent or comfortable. You're like stretching yourself just a little bit, but in a good way, in a positive way that makes you feel better and actually helps you grow as a person. So professional or career growth is another way that we can work on ourselves. So this might look like, going to conferences that are going to help you be better at what you do, going to trainings that are going to help you be better at what you do. Getting a coach to help you be better at what you do. So those are ways that you can grow professionally and grow in your career.
Like this list is a big list, but what you really need now is what you should be going in first. So if you feel like you need more personal growth, then you attack that more because you might not need as much professional growth. If you feel like you need a more spiritual part of your life, then you would attack that. Like you don't have to do them all every day, all the time. Or
your physical health. Like every year I feel like I have more, like one major focus, but with that can come a few smaller things, right? And then another thing, vacations or intentional days off, and like really being, proactive in this type of thing, right? Because it's good for you personally, it's good for you mentally, it's good for you emotionally, physically, all of these different things, right? That are going to benefit you. So making sure that you have a day off, making sure that you have some fun days, making sure that you have some vacations, where you are literally completely off the grid, unplugged from work, right? Not a workcation, but a total unplug. I'm not checking my email. I'm not answering the phone, that type of vacation. And then setting boundaries for yourself. If you have not set up boundaries for yourself in your business, then you are probably heading to burnout. And if you're already at burnout, again, you need to work on yourself. And you need to work on yourself in setting boundaries and holding to those boundaries. As in, this is the time I start every day. This is the time I finish every day. Now, we know that there's going to be times when we've got travelers and emergencies come up.
Once in a while.
This is going to be an occasional thing. But in general, you don't want to set a tone of, I'm going to just answer this email any time of day, even though it's 11 p.m. I'm going to return this phone call right now, even though it's 8 p.m. Like you have to set healthy boundaries that works for you and for your family. That will help you also manage your time better, because if you know that at 6 p.m. you're done, there's no makeup time. This is your time to leave the office. You're done for the day. You're shutting the door. Whatever it is that you have to do, then you will know that at 6 p.m. you got to have done what you want to have accomplished that day, and you will stay more focused. And you won't allow other things to get in your way. And just your business is not going to grow until you grow. So if you want your business to grow, put some time and energy into working on yourself. I saw a direct correlation in my business when I was putting emphasis on growing personally, growing professionally, growing spiritually, all of these different things, different routines and all that stuff that I put in place. That's when I saw my business grow. And the results you are getting aren't going to change until you change. So go ahead and let me know what are some ways that you're going to work on yourself. And I want to remind you that you want to choose one area and start there. This
the
isn't
most
like
important one to you.
This isn't like you're dropping everything and you literally can't respond to anybody for the next month because you're just going to be working on yourself. Like you want to choose the one that's speaking to you the most, that like I need to work on that. Like that's me. I'm raising my hand. I'm admitting I need to work on that area. So start there. Good. All right. See you guys.
All right, everybody. God bless.